What's up, traders? Going 5 for 5 today. We had two trades on Rev, and let's just jump right into it. NVTS was our first trade. Pretty nice one. 650 pop. Previous resistance from yesterday or Friday, I should say, 595. Get a nice move up through that 650. Start it 660. Keeps going. Add 678. Comes down. It's that 650 area, and we take it all off for a decent little first win there on NVTS. Second trade was SIGA. This one was a little bit smaller. Ended up fighting this one just a bit. Probably could have extracted a little more out of this, but still a decent move. Previous high from Friday, 25.54. If we zoom in, you'll see it was okay. Kind of got a little grindy. Started this up over 26. It decided to keep going. Was hoping for 27 to move up through 27 here, but it was really starting to struggle here at 26.75. So we ended up taking a ad there. It did try to go higher. Pretty clear fake out breakout though. Was ready to continue this. As you can see, there was still no real pullback yet. This is the kind of pullback we were looking for. So when it went up and started to fake out, we went ahead and added another 50 shares, giving us a total of 100. When it came down, pretty much based at the $0.50 there, I believe our average was like 60 something. So we ended up basically taking some of these off for break even, and it tried to go higher, did not. And ultimately ended up breaking down a little bit lower. Took some off, hoping that we could continue even lower, but unfortunately it decided to shoot right back up, and we were not going to let these go through our average. So we actually ended up taking a small loss on these, I believe, because I think we were at like 60 something. And we ended up getting, I got these off at 62, it looks like. So pretty much at break even. It did go a little bit higher. Ultimately, that ended up being a fake. Went a little bit lower, but then tried to go higher again. So really don't think we would have got too much more out of this anyways. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. A lot of you people that have been coming to the channel and subscribing are people who have been watching the Mark Douglas series. It's awesome. It's an amazing workshop. I watch it all the time. I'm always going back and trying to learn something new from it. But if you don't mind, if you are segueing into these videos, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. It all helps the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, and I much appreciate it. Moving on, GEO was our next trade. This one was pretty self-explanatory, had a nice little volume out of nowhere, pulled it up. It seemed like it was just stuck here at 725 after this nice little volume out of nowhere. So we jumped in with starter size, came down, was ultimately looking for the 7 test, but put an order out at 710 just because it felt like that was 50%. And I was a little mad at myself for this one, but it did end up working out. Should have made a little bit more on this one because we should have been looking for that 7 test, but ultimately decent little trade there on GEO. And our last two trades were on Rev. These both came after all of those. First one was pretty decent. Previous resistance all the way down here from Friday at 680. Nice little pop up through 7. We ended up getting short at 743, and it ended up going through 750. It didn't feel like it was going to, but it did. This came back down. It was actually after we got in, and it kept going. Was obviously waiting for 8 for an ad, and never got there. So it came back down. We ended up taking this off pretty much at the lows, and it decided to go. I was also cooking eggs at this time, so it was difficult to pay attention to it. I believe I was saying if it went up through that 775, that's kind of where I was looking to add, but we never got it. And then it came down, and then I went to go cook eggs. When I came back, it was back up like this, and made a pretty decent move. Obviously looking at, this is previous resistance now, that's 775. Got in at 841. Looking for it to come back down and retest at least 8 there. Obviously it tried, I believe, 824. It started to come down, didn't quite get there. Started to move higher. I wasn't really, I think I was still getting my eggs, or I don't remember what I was doing, but I didn't hit this on the way up, or maybe I was looking for through 9, didn't get through 9. So we ended up hitting it on the way down. Brought our average up. We ended up taking that half off. Obviously still looking for 8 to retest for the other half. Decides to try to go higher. Another fake out breakout on a lot of volume. And I remember when I added here, and as it was coming down, I was like, wow, most volume, fake out breakout. This thing's definitely coming down and retesting 8. Yet I still took all my shares off, some almost at break even, and the other ones at 835, knowing that this was probably going to come down and fail and retest that 8 area. So I was a little mad at myself on this one because I could have definitely made a lot more on it, but learning. At least I recognized it this time. At least I took the time and said, hey, if you go back and watch this live, I don't think I said it out out loud, but I definitely was thinking that this was a fake out breakout on the most volume. It was clearly a liquidity grab on the stops up through 9. And I was just pretty sad that I didn't trust myself knowing that usually when we see that with all that volume, which I don't, you guys can see the volume, you can't, that we were going to get that big move back down. So you still can't see the volume. Let me put the 2-minute chart over here and zoom in, see if you guys can see this. But right there, you can see it, biggest volume of the day right there. So that's all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I always appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, like I said, leave them down below. You can also find me in Discord or over on Twitter. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.